Cyberman. I am Cyberman.
Understand that, what I just said? Everybody? Okay, so for whoever's not speaking up, because I know there's somebody in here that doesn't understand that. And the way you know how I know? Because later on, an hour from now, whoever that is will ask me a question. They'll still ask me that question. They'll ask me that same question. They'll say, well, you know, what do these sell pressures have to do with this coming up? They'll do it some kind of way. So I'm just going to go through it really quickly, you guys. Coming down, we utilize these sell pressures to keep us coming down. Now, all the ones that are still active coming across are everything that's going to affect you coming up. That's why a lot of times when we have a good run coming down, I just will not deal with the call because it's too much, especially when you see these sell pressures stacked. Look at the gap between this sell pressure and then the gap between this one. Then this one's in the negative. Look at that, right on top of each other. Then the gap right here and right here. It's just not enough playroom for me to feel safe. And I don't like calls a lot because a lot of times what'll happen is you're coming up on a call and it literally will just drop on you because you know when they're coming up, they're building equity. You know when they're coming down, they're taking money, okay? So, but if you just look at these guys, like right now, we're in sell pressure right here, okay? And let me just turn this. I know 1 minute I use green, but I'm just gonna turn that red, okay? Just so we can see. See that? That's sell pressure there. This is why lately calls have been giving me a little scare here. And I haven't really dealt with them. You got sell pressure there. Okay. See here. You got sell pressure here. See that? Everything got to fight through to get up with that call. Got sell pressure there. Yeah, and these are all still active. This is why a lot of times I'm just like, man, it ain't worth it to get in no call, man. I'm up for the day. You know, I'm going to stay up. Dealing with the calls just like it's too much sometimes. Okay, got one there. Look at that overlapping pressures. And then you got a big one that overlaps that. Okay, I'm not saying it won't go up. You know, I'm just saying sometimes it's just, let me see. Sometimes it's a headache. Look at all that. 3 overlapping each other right there. And you're wondering why it's having such a hard time coming up. Because at all these key levels, people are selling off and the AI is selling off. You know. Or if people are getting in thinking because we're coming up, we're going to be jumping up, you know, to come full circle, then the people are buying in on calls. And that's what makes it easy. But when they got everybody scared, everybody's skeptical, and this is what happens, you guys. Just trust me, I know from experience, you can lose a lot of money real quick. You can make it fast, but you could lose it real quick. And when you lose it, that hurts your psyche more than when you win it, okay? Because you win it and you're looking to get more, and that greedy twinge comes in. Look at that. And there's like 1 or 2 I think I missed over there. Look at that. Look what you got to fight through to get back up there. You see that? And there's nothing up there. There's like little spots where they can come get money, but they're building a structure. So there's nothing really up there. Now you look at the volume, we're at 30 million. There's no participation, you guys. No participation. Very little. People probably scalping the shit out of this. Very, very little participation. So look at all that. Is it worth it? It's not worth it, man. That's why I say a lot of times, you guys, when we come in and we know they're taking money, we jump in and we have runs like this, go enjoy your day, man. Or go trade another stock. You know, go trade something else that's moving. Because there's nothing for them to go up. Look at all these key levels they sold off at. I mean, I'm not saying it won't go up. I'm just saying that's a lot of drama right there, man. Look at that. We're up here. We're still fighting around at that 378, 379. You go look at the open interest on 379. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. Remember earlier I said we could go up to 379 because it only had, I don't know if it was 12. I think it was 1,200 then. Now it's 1,400. And the put side is 67.56. But if you go up one more at 380, the call side is 53.17. The put side is 11,175. Now you tell me just by those numbers, what way is it going to go? Probably up, right? That's what I'm thinking. Because look at 381, 15,000. 381 call, 5,800. 382 put, 11,154. 382 call, 13,930. So I would say, yeah, probably is going to come back up to 381 somewhere. That's how it makes sense by the numbers, you know. So if I was going to play this, I probably would get in at like a 379 call right here and just wait the ups and downs out until we get up to that 381. But the way that they're decaying, they're time decaying, and they're moving sideways at any given moment, I don't know if that's worth it. You know, 381 is 58.45. A 381 put is 15,951. So, and a 382 call, it starts getting 13,990. 383 is 11,941. 383 put is 7,837. You guys understand that? Right. Right. It's really weird, staggered. It's staggered out really weird. And like you said, Duck, the price too. It's like, come on, man. If you jump in a 381 call right now, you got an 18 cents delta. You know, if you jump in a 381 put, you got a 90 cent delta, right? But you got 15,951 at a 381 put. So they got to make people jump in and out. They got to make people get out of there. If these interest numbers are real, they got to make people get out of there so they could take it and hold it at a level where they could kill everybody's contract. You guys get it? Which part? Okay, so right now we're at 379, and Duck noticed earlier that we're sticking at 378, right? So if we're looking at a 378, 9,609 on the open interest, that's on a put. On a call, it's 1312. Do you see how lopsided that is? Okay, so you go up to a 379 call, you got 1,404. You go up to a 379 put, you got 6,756. You go up to a 380 call, you got 5,300. You go to 53 put, you got 11,175. You go to a 381 call, you got 58.45. You go to a 381 put, you got 15,951. You go to a 382 put, you got 11,154. You go to a 382 call, you got 13,990. And then the next call up, 383, you got 11,941. Then you go to a put, you got 7,837 on a 383 put. Okay? So they need to find a position that they could get to. They need to find a position that they could get to where it's going to let them come out winning. So as they make people drop out of their contracts, that's how they do it. So what I'm thinking is a lot of these contracts up here, who would be buying a 3-cent put at or call at 384 right now? Nobody. But it says they have 8,106. 383 call, they got 11,941 for 5 cents. Who's going to be buying that? Nobody. So those got to be positions that have been bought in the past, But if you look at these numbers, you need to look at the numbers on your options chain, you guys. And a lot of times it will kind of tell you where they're going. So when you notice they're holding a baseline at some point, like the 378 right here, how they were holding for a while, right here, it kind of tells you, man, you're going to have problems going up. Look at this. Okay. So the put action stops at 382. A lot of people got 382 for 11,000. And then the call action starts coming in at 382, 13,000. But up until 382, it's way lower than the puts, you guys. So looking at that, I would say, it's probably going to come up. It's probably going to come back to a 382. Probably going to come back to like right here and come back down. So if I was going to play a call, that's what I'd be thinking about. Okay. 379.45 right now. So what does that mean? That's 380. So that's like, probably another $2. It may go up. But once again, like I told you, look at all this pressure you got. Yeah, Gus, I'm telling you, I don't want to get in the call either, even on paper. You see, I'm not in anything. That goes back to the basic rule, guys. You only make money when you what? There you go. That's it. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You only make money when you sell. 379.61. This is what it is. It's probably going to be a slow creep up there. Very slow creep up there to 380, like 381.70 or something like that. If I'm reading this right, because that only makes sense, and I know anybody in here who understands numbers probably understands that. If you look at your options chain, man, that is, if those numbers are real, that's, really lopsided here, you guys. And then you got to think about your buy-in price right now. If you buy in, now it's at 379.76. So if you buy in, you got to get to 380.76 to get that full delta. And the 379 on the delta right now is 63 cents on a call. So that wouldn't be bad. Okay. Wouldn't be bad at all. Matter of fact, it's at 121. I think I'll take 10 right now. See how this thing turns out. $379.79. 63 cents on the delta. It's not bad. Okay. And that wasn't bad, 1140 for 10 contracts. Not bad at all. I know what number I gotta hit to do my rule of eights. Fingers on the trigger. Seems like it's decently moving up. Okay, we hit a sell pressure right there. 379.81. It's at 125. 127. And this is where you have to be careful, you guys. Right here, it looks like it's going back and forth. It's wavering at this 127, 129 spot. So this is where you kind of got to decide. I want to jump out and scalp it right here, If I jumped out and scalped it right here, I would take about a $90 gain right here, Okay, then it jumped to 133. Once you know your number, okay, so now that it's doing that, I'm like, okay, let me wait a second. Let me see if I can make the rule. I'm only a couple cents off, all right? Only a couple cents off here. Still got my 10 loaded, though, just in case that rule's not going to make it, okay? 132, see, now it's wavering back down. And I'm not even looking at the chart. I'm just looking at my options numbers over here, okay? 130. Okay, so now I got to make a decision. Do I scalp this, or do I try to get that roll in right there? See, now it's going back down. 129, 128. See, now that would be a key for me to say, you know what? Let me scalp. Let me get the hell out of here because it's going back down. I'll still make, you know, about $100 right there. 1140 is in. It's at 12995. It's pulling back right here. But what I'm gonna do is, unless they knife drop it on me, you know, I'm gonna stick to what I was saying about the open interest on the charts. If those numbers are real, we should be able to reach 382. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but look, now we're down to 123. So they're having a pullback. So I'm not the only person thinking this. I'm not the only person trading thinking this, you guys. Okay, now it's building sell pressure. Now I'm down to 120. Okay, let's see, maybe that was a pullback. We should be able to get up there holding this for a long-term thing, but you know, it is what it is, guys. Looks like we had a small bull flag down here. And when you see these guys, measure them out. Practice measuring them, man. Be interactive with your stuff, you guys. Let's say from here, well, there's a break up here. There's a break up here, but you just come up here, the top there, that break up. Okay, if you come from where it broke, look at to another consolidation. Okay, it's about the same. Breaking up from there. Yep, a little shorter maybe. About right there. Yep. So those flags are working out. $379.89. Okay. I'm just a few pennies short of my rule of eights. And it went back down. So it's fighting at this level right here, you guys. So this shows we're in what? Consolidation. Which would actually look like this. We got a wick out to the top. If we would have drew it in earlier. Okay, got a wick out to the top right there. I'm gonna go ahead and fade this guy out so we can see it. Okay, so this would have been your high, this would have been your low coming into this consolidation. Then we got a wick out to the top part right there, right? EMAs are lined up optimally to go up. We got a buy pressure under there. No sell pressure has formed because we already have sell pressure sitting right here that we're fighting against. But we kind of ran through it with a pullback here. So we should push through this, I'm thinking. We should have at least a little decent breakout right there. I'm still coming. I'm going up a couple pennies shy of my rule of eights, and I'm coming back down. I'm going up a couple pennies shy, so I still haven't sold anything off yet. But I am up in the contract. Okay, now I'm back down about 10 pennies, back up. So this is the reason I'm saying this, guys, is so you can see what I'm looking at. You know, now if you wanted to scalp this and get out of this about 5 minutes ago, man, I don't blame you. Okay. But when you know your numbers and where they should hit, and if it's looking like it's still going to go up, you know, a lot of times I'm going to take that risk, okay? Because right here, we get through this buy pressure right here, and then a new buy pressure doesn't form. Look we got a nice little gap right here between these pressures. We got 380.06 up to 380.65, okay? We got a nice 59-cent little spread right here. So if we get past this, we're good. As I keep coming up a couple pennies shy of my target. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, literally 2 pennies shy of my target. I should sell right here, but I think we got a little bit to go there. Okay, there's my target. Okay, perfect. Oh my God, and I sold all 10. Shit. That happens. Yeah, I forgot to change it. Okay. 380.16. Let me see. Let me check out a 380 real quick. 87 cents. 54 in the delta. That ain't bad. Let me see. 86 cents. That's so then I'm gonna turn around, and I know this sell pressure is no good, but I got a line here, so I'm gonna play a breakout on this. 380.21 coming back to here. We broke out of consolidation here, you guys. We're having a pivot back. So that's my breakout there. This would be my confirmation. I forgot my contracts. I sold them all. If you guys hit your rule of eights, which I hit it, I went over it like 5 cents when I sold. I mean, it happens. So right here is my break of structure. I'm looking for a good confirmation to get out of there. 380.14, so I'm looking at 380 calls right now. 85 cents, 84 cents. Okay. And this sell pressure actually is out of there, be honest with you. So I'll just play the breakout from the box here. EMAs are still pointing up, getting sell pressure down on that last candle coming in. Okay, right there. Let's see, we're staying on top of the box here, staying on top of the consolidation here, guys. That's a sign we may be still going up. That's at 380.04. Okay, and there we go, right back into consolidation. So if you're still in this, if you got your rule of eights or you scalped it, I ended up scalping it by mistake. I wanted to stay in there, but let's see what happens right here on this pullback. Look at that. And that's why I don't like calls, you guys, not in this market. Let's pay attention to where it falls to. Okay, here's break of structure on that one right there. So this would be your next one, and then this would be your next one right here, you guys. See what happens. Down to 66 cents. It was just like 80 cents. 65 on that call. Okay, broke the first structure, didn't break the second. That may be a pullout, 379.86. Okay, so if I believe it's still going up, now that 380 is 68 cents. Okay, so you got to think about that too on that pullback. Okay, now we broke the second one solidly. Third one is right here. Okay, after that, it's all the way down here. Okay. So right here, we're breaking solid. We wicked it. Say what? We haven't created any new cell pressure though. This cell pressure is actually gone. Now that I look at it, got ran through right there. This guy got taken out right here, right here, right here. All these guys have actually been taken out. Could just get rid of them, but I'm just going to pull them back for now. So to bounce up here. Yeah, you know what? Let me get rid of these guys. The hell I need to see them for? They're no good.